Hey guys, it's Laura back with another review on the Gatsby app. This time it's a film, and a scary one at that. Alone is a 2020 thriller film and you can watch it on Hulu now. So looking at the reviews on the app, it's got 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, but only 57% for an audience rating, interestingly, 6.2 on IMDb and a Metascore of 70. It's labelled as a drama, mystery, horror, thriller. Basically, if you suffer from anxiety, maybe don't watch it. It's one of those. The summary says a recently widowed traveller is kidnapped by a cold-blooded killer, only to escape into the wilderness where she is forced to battle against the elements as her pursuer closes in on her. So, you have got to be in the mood for a film like this. It's not one you want to watch right before bed either, as it's pretty dark. Pretty fearful and nail-biting. So don't go into watching it not knowing what to expect. Obviously, some people absolutely hate watching this type of film, and if you know you're one of those people, just don't watch it, or it will probably be 2 hours of heart palpitations that you'll want to claim back later. Having said that, heart palpitations and nail-biting are exactly the type of reaction you want your audience to have if you're making an acclaimed, suspenseful thriller horror movie. So, it can't be that bad, right? Well, I thought the first 20 minutes or so of the film were really promising. I suddenly remembered Spielberg's 1971 thriller film Duel. I couldn't remember exactly what happened or how long it had been since I'd seen it, but I remember it started so slow and suspenseful as a case of road rage becomes dramatically sinister, just like it does in this film too. It's not to say I was disappointed by the rest of the film, it just changed slightly from what I had been expecting because I was thinking it was like Duel, as we change environments to alter the shift in the film slightly. But it still did so, maintaining suspense and fear throughout. We're introduced to our villain straight away, at first unsure whether to believe whether this film is as straightforward as it's playing out. But it is. And I think that's why it has such a great critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, because it is so simple and it's executed in a terrifyingly believable way. Some feminists probably not overly keen on the repetitive gimmick of scary man chases scared girl through the woods. I mean, why is it never the other way around? But at least it's done quite well. There aren't too many typical cliches you'd usually expect to see in a suspense thriller like this. Well, maybe actually just the one where the dopey, unsuspicious passerby gets mixed up in the game of cat and mouse between our two characters. But other than that, its simplicity and emptiness show a startling reality in knowing that this kind of thing could happen to anyone. The thought of that alone makes the film scarier than any slasher horror I can think of. I think I even had a recurring nightmare when I was a child of the same basic storyline. So, the bad guy has got the stereotypical gold-rimmed, creepy glasses, and yes, they do work. I did find myself grimacing on the edge of my sofa at several times at his weirdness. The characters are believable. I wasn't invested in our female character, though. At first, I thought this was a flaw of the film, because surely we always want to be invested, don't we? We care if she survives, don't we? But I decided later it was deliberate, I think, to make the film more cold, more empty, just more grim. The fact she's just lost her husband shows she's no love for life at the start, and it's hard to connect when we know so little about her. I couldn't decide the whole way through whether she lived or died. Did I even care? I'm not sure. So maybe that wasn't even important. I always think sound and music is one of the most important elements in a film of this nature. It's important to watch in a really quiet, dark room with no distractions, just so we're able to feel as alone and terrified as our main character, Jess, as she stumbles around the secluded, empty woods trying to flee her potential killer. And the music and sound effects did not disappoint. It has suitable beats and melodies to increase our anxiety all at the right moments. The only moment I was disappointed by was when our killer breaks into a speech in the woods at night when Jess is hiding. The script here and the acting is a bit weird, to say the least. Maybe there was a reason for it, but to me this part just seemed badly written and badly acted. "I'm coming for you," he announces, but in quite an unbelievable wooden way. Maybe it's supposed to make it even more sinister. So, if you're in the mood to be freaked out, to be scared to look over your shoulder, fancy a bit of nail biting and don't want to sleep easy at night, then definitely watch this. Just make sure you've got a blanket to hide under or even a loved one's arm to cower under. Turn the lights down, switch off the phone and be afraid. Be very afraid. I think we're probably going to see more movies like this one coming out too, as social distancing is the order of the day, and that's pretty easy to execute in a deserted, huge forest with just 2 characters. In fact, one of my closest friends absolutely loves scary films like this, so I'm going to get straight onto the app and recommend it to her. We usually giggle together when we watch scary movies, but I'm not so sure she'll giggle at this one. Okay, maybe his glasses. I'm going to add it to my recently watched items on the app as well, so I can keep a note of everything I've seen recently, good and bad. So, that is my review for today. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you're all having a great day and do still enjoy your TV and movie viewing experiences using the Gatsby app. It's super simple and informative. Just send me any comments below as well if you have any and I'll be happy to help. I'm going to watch some cartoons now. See you later.